Hey guys, it's Jack Punkington. So, in my last video I talked about that Spirit Les Paul that I had, and it's gone. I sold it today. And you might be thinking, well, why would you sell it? That was a good playing guitar, a good sounding guitar. This amp died behind me, the Create Believe Voodoo. Very sadly, in fact. I really like this amp, even though I've tried to sell it, and had a few offers, and it just wouldn't sell, and so I figured I'm just gonna keep it, and I turned it on to play it and all the tubes died. And I was like, well, doesn't that suck? Luckily, I was able to sell that Oscar Schmidt to a very good friend of mine. He loves gear just as much as I do, and he's a great guitar player, great sounding dude, and he was looking for a nice new project to like clean up and work on and have for like a show guitar, and it was the perfect fit for him. And I know he's gonna treat it right. And I sold it for $100. Now you might be thinking, you sold a vintage 7. It was an Oscar Schmidt. It was missing plates. And it has problems. Okay, it's $100. It's not a bad deal. And I got to keep my hard shell. Where is it? It's over there. Epiphone case, which I was selling with it, and I got to keep that case. So yeah, I lost $50, but because I was selling it for $150, but I got to keep a great case. And I got ordered my new tubes. They are on the way. Well, the order is placed at least. So, and I figured since I'm gonna put new tubes in it, I might as well keep it because there's no way I'm making that money back. My goal usually when I trade is either to get something that I'm going to like more, or that is at least to make at least like $20 off of it. I don't ever expect to flip gear, like buy it. I just want to try everything. I just love the look of this amp and the look of the head and the cab matching, so I'll probably just keep it. But to be fair, the tubes in it were 20 years old. They were stock, excluding the preamp tube that I put into it. They were all stock. So I actually bought an upgrade kit, an upgraded JJ kit, and it's gonna have a little more gain, which you can never get enough of. Well, you can, but. So what's next? Well, this is a guitar body that I cut out of, well, me and my grandpa cut out of a piece of walnut. It's a very nice grain, and we cut it way too thin. You can't make a guitar. You might be able to make a guitar out of this, but I shaped everything, and it's pretty thin. So this is my testing board now. I'm going to use it to make a sign and stuff, but as you can see, this is polished and everything. This was the flat side, and I bought an ebony stain. And I wanted just to test to see what it would look like on a piece of raw wood, because this side was raw. It didn't have any finish on it or polish, and see what one coat would look like. I didn't care if it was even. I just wanted to put it on there just to kind of see what it would do to the wood. Because right now my Gibson Les Paul is getting it's a Bill Lawrence pickup, but it is one or the other. It's either based off the Dimebucker, or the Dimebucker is based off of that. And I love Pantera. I'm not the biggest fan of Dimebag Darrell and Pantera, but I do enjoy them, and it was the only pickup I could get, and I was like, hey, it's a good sounding pickup, put it in the guitar. It needed it anyway. The British pickup was going bad. Well, my Gibson Les Paul is the warm brown finish. I have always hated that color. I got it because it was a good deal. I wanted a Gibson, and I was 16, 17 years old, and I was like, I don't care what it looks like, I just want a Gibson. And yeah, I always said I would paint it, and I finally decided that no more, I'm redoing it. If I'm putting in a new pickup, I'm going to paint it. I'm going to put new tuners on it. That comes a little later. I'm going to buy Spurza locking tuners because it has a Bigsby on it, and I do use that a lot when I play live, just for added ambient effect, or like if I want to get crazy in a solo. So obviously it's going to go out of tune. Locking tuners will help, not necessarily prevent that problem, but it will help. And I was like, we'll figure out what kind of finish we're going to do. And first I was going to do solid white. I was gonna do a gold top, and I was gonna do this and that. And my friend, he's an older guy. He's been doing this a lot longer than I have, and he's like, listen, you're gonna do it that way, you're gonna destroy the value of that guitar. I know it's your baby and you're never gonna sell it, but you might as well chuck it into a bin because it's not gonna look good. What you're gonna want to do is sand off the old finish and put a stain on there. Try dark walnut, or try like a rosewood or like a redwood. And I'm not really into red guitars. And I was like, would ebony look good? And he's like, I bet it would. And I you know, bought a can of it, and I just wanted to put it on here to test. And it, for one coat of just me not caring, the wood actually reacted really interesting, and I'm excited. I'm going to be very careful when I do my Gibson, obviously, because it's my baby. But I'm going to stain the whole Gibson with this nice even coat of ebony. I'm going to do probably like 2 or 3 coats. And I'm going to put a light gloss, probably about the same. This is actually just polish, but you know, like the same effect of this, maybe like a satin gloss. We'll see. Buy a can of that too. And I bought a new pickguard because I figured, well, if it's going to get a new look, it's going to get a new pickguard too. I'm in the camp of people that think Les Pauls should have pickguards. No, it depends on the guitar. Mine needs one. And there was this awesome black and white checkered pickguard at my shop in town, so I was like, I'll take it. And I bought it, and when I refinish it, it's going to be a black Les Paul with a black and white pickguard. It's got black pickup rings. I want to get the truss rod cover made, so it's either black and white checkered as well, and that'll look really cool. So I'm excited for that. And I have decided I'm going to get a Gibson M2. And what my plan is with that is I'd like to, depending on what color I get, because the used price for the citrus green one is $295. That's amazing. And the description for the use is it has less than 5% of cosmetic damage. I don't care about cosmetic damage as long as there's not holes or big chunks taken out of the body. I don't care. If it's the paint, I'm repainting the guitar. I want to either do it in another ebony stain, which is what I'll probably do, or white. But I'm going to probably do ebony just because it would look better. And I'll have more than enough left over. I bought a whole quart, so that'll be really cool. And I'd like to, you know, take you guys through that process of that. And yeah, so I'm excited for that. That's what I'm buying for myself for my birthday. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated on that. But I wanted to make this kind of like vlog style video because I don't make them enough. Coffee. One of my good friends bought me this awesome Jack Skellington cup to go with my YouTube channel. So whenever I'm thinking of ideas or want to do a video, I'm going to drink out of this coffee cup. It's a Jack Skellington, and my name is Jack Punkington, so that is partially where the name came from. So yeah, more gear. Also, I know I've talked a lot in the past about being in different bands, trying things, and stuff that would never usually work out. In my town, for the first time in probably 4 years, I am in a band in my town. So I don't have to drive hardly more than 5 minutes from my house, luckily. And it's a very good friend of mine. It was actually his idea in the first place that maybe I should refinish the Gibson. And I've always wanted to do something. I was always going to get it done. He's like, no, we can do it ourselves. He's got a Gibson Sonax from the 80s that I tried to buy off of him. He wouldn't sell it. It's his baby. And it looks beautiful. He refinished it. He did a great job. So he's going to help me with it. And yeah, he's actually the drummer of the band. He does a lot of recording, but he can play every instrument. So, in the band. And our bass player just knows how to fit in very well with anything that we do, which is very good. We're a 3-piece. It's actually, we're using my old band's Garage Kings name because I own the name. So I might use the old YouTube channel as well, or I might put it on this channel. I am not sure yet. We'll see. But we do have some video. We have a video that we've done. But I'm not sure if I want to show that to you guys just yet. Because it's very crude. We wrote, recorded, and did the video all in 2 hours of the song. And it's without CJ before he was in the band. And it's not really the style that we're going for. It was a cool riff, and the song was very weird, but it wasn't quite the style that I want the band to go for, and that all of us agree that we should go for. So we're actually going for more of a early Kerplunk, Dookie, Green Day style with a lot of blues influence as well. So we'll see. We've recorded some more music, and what I'd like to do is to maybe do video of each song. We'll see. So all weird ideas. Let me know your thoughts on the Gibson M2. I'm still waiting to hear back from people. I've heard some very good reviews. I've heard some very bad reviews. The biggest thing with that guitar is you have to remember the price point. It is a $300 to $400 American-made Gibson. Okay? You have to think what you're going to pay for. And I have picked up $80 guitars. This cheap part caster I made that I have less than $70 to $80, I think, at most, into it, plays and sounds like a dream to me. And these pickups, I don't even know where they came from. I don't know how I got a hold of them. But they sound fantastic, and they're not Squier, and they probably are like a Fender pickup set. And this body is Squier, the neck is Squier, yet everything plays good. You can find cheap guitars that play good and sound good. It's all up to you. But that has the added bonus of being a Gibson. But also the bad side, it's a Gibson, meaning it's running with that name, and whether it's good or bad, it's going to affect the company. They already had a pretty big hit in 2015 with the worst line of Gibsons that I've seen in my lifetime. So this is kind of like the 2016 was a great run. This is them trying to find a cool little new thing. And I think the M2s and some of the S series is awesome. I don't like the Firebird Zero. I've played one. It played very nicely, but I don't like the reverse shape. If it was maybe the regular Firebird shape, I'd be more into it. But I think. But for the Melody Maker, that is a really cool idea and a really cool design. Epiphone just came out with their version, which is a 2 single coil. That's $99. I'm like, that's really cool. You know, that would be a cool starter for a little, you know, like a 10-year-old. Granted, if I was a parent, I would buy the $500 or the $400 Gibson for him, because that would be an awesome guitar to start with. That's going to be my second guitar. That's going to be my, on stage, my punk rock, just power chord guitar. And then my Explorer, well, we'll see about getting that working as well. So I wanted to do this fun vlog impromptu video. I had no intention of doing it. It just kind of popped out of my mind. So whether you like it or not, whatever. Hope you guys are having a great day. Jack Punkington signing out. Peace, guys.